Oh, it's not unheard, and I thought I'd just work on a few code problems on Codewars, see how well I do, or not, or otherwise. Usually I'm like alright at Codewars, but not that great. I mean, I've got like not very good 8k or whatever, they're like the worst. But it's something I want to do more, so I just thought I'd record doing it. So I found that I'm just starting a really basic problem. 8ku opposites attract. Timmy and Sarah think they're in love, but around where they live, they will only know once they pick a flower each. If one of the flowers has an even number of petals and the other has an odd number of petals, it means they are in love. Write a function that will take a number of petals of each flower and return true if they are in love, and false if they aren't. That sounds pretty simple. I think I've got a pretty decent idea of how to do it using modulus. But let's have a look. Train. Okay. So so it's if one has a, okay, so the first thing I need to do is something like, probably make this simpler. I'll just declare a variable flower state or something, flower 1 modulus 2 and then we're going to go, so yes, so for 0 remainder, shit, what was it done that for? 0 and true, was it true? Right. Else false. Okay, that's for the first one. And then I'll just well, I don't know if that's the best way to do it, because you could put even or odd. Maybe I could do it as a string and just put even and odd, just so it's a bit easier to understand for everybody. Even. So it'll set it to even if it's if flower 1, the first flower, if its remainder is 0 after division by 2. Let's do const flower. I'll put flower 1 state and flower 2 state. And I'll just do a console log to check that's returning what I'd expect in the test, I guess. And 2 and same thing again, just exactly the same, because you just want to determine if it's, so I'm using a ternary operator there just because it's a bit faster and more, maybe not, I mean it sacrifices readability a bit maybe, but it's the Codewars problem, it doesn't really matter. You just try to do it in the cleverest way possible, I guess. If flower state and flower 2 state, and then I'll just add operate the so that's basically saying flower 1 state is true, and if flower actually I want to return this as a true and false because it's a bit easier, it's a bit more shorthand there. So it's going to return true if it's even, and false if it's not. That makes a bit more sense actually than doing it the other way. And then I can just write it like this with just checking for the if that's basically shorthand for saying if flower 1 state is true, and then the explanation marks saying is it false, and then you'd go, or, and maybe you could do this, so you just do, I think anyway, or flower, or the other way around. So if flower 1 state and flower to state. Then we return what is this? It just returns true. Else return false. Yeah. Now that might work straight away, I think. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, nice. Passed all the tests. That was pretty easy then, actually. Good. It definitely passed all the tests as well. Well, I think I'll have to check. It's just a test that passed the basic test, but let's just attempt it. Yeah, nice. That was easy. That's pretty simple. So I basically just, yeah, it's a very easy one. You just basically check using modulus if there's any, if there's no remainder, that it's true for both the variables, and then I've just done an if statement with checking the variable is true and false, and then just the opposite. There's probably a more efficient way of doing that actually, but it's just an easy way. So that's the OR operator there in the if statement, which makes it nice and simple. This is the AND symbol operator. So yeah, that was pretty easy actually. Submit that. And I wonder how other people solved it. That'd be interesting to see. In a much simpler ways, it seems. Oh yeah, shit, of course you could do that. Yeah, my solution's a bit convoluted actually. Yeah, there's much cleverer ways of doing it actually. Yeah. Yeah, mine was a bit convoluted really, but it worked, I guess. So yeah, you can probably see just here, this is one of the most upvoted ones. Actually, I'm not exactly what is love function flower 1, flower 2, return flower 1, modulus 2 does not equal. Yeah. That's pretty clever. It's nice and compact. Cool. This is weird. What the hell is this? I have no idea how that's functioning. What the hell? It says love function. So I don't know what's going on there. Love function flower 2 for yeah. My solution's a bit long-winded really. That's sort of similar to what I did. That looks sort of similar to what I did as well. Yeah, that would be better actually. Yeah, just not. Yeah, I should have thought of that actually. Yeah, many different. That looks most similar so far to what I did, except yeah, that looks quite similar. So yeah. Oh well, that's a good way to solve it as well actually. Interesting. So that's opposites attract. Move on to here. Let's try and look for another Kata to train on. That was first one was surprisingly. I usually get stuck on some of them, but this one, obviously, this is the easiest tier, so possibly that's why. But actually, quite glad I could finish that. That's quite fast. Actually, because usually I'm just a bit slow sometimes. Well, it depends actually. Sometimes I'm on it, sometimes I'm not. Let's look for maybe something a little bit more difficult. The Feast of Many Beasts. What's that? Just see if it sounds interesting. So there was lowercase. Okay, let's try this. Why not? So we've got animals are having a feast. Each animal is bringing one dish. There's just one rule: the dish must start and end with the same letters as the animal's name. Okay. The great blue heron is green garlic naan. The chicken. Okay, so the food has to begin with the same name. So I'll have to do some sort of comparison, character comparison, I suppose. So I need to extract the character. I think it's charat. You can use as a method in JavaScript. From what I remember, it's been a while since I've done string manipulation. So I'll have to look that up on MDN. Okay, this seems pretty easy as well. So first I want to get the. Okay, it must start and end. Right, yeah. So you need to get the first and the last. First letter. Const. Just usually start out with the variables because it's last letter using camel casing, of course. Then we go something to do with beast. Is there a charat? I can't remember what it has. Yeah, you have to do length -1 and length -1. What's them? Just look this up. Charat, yeah. Oh, not Java. JavaScript. Yes. I'm sure it's JavaScript. Yeah. Cool. It is that. Not chat at, char at, and then we're going to do 0 because it's that should be the last one, and then we're going to go east dot char, oh, it's lowercase as well, I'm not wrong, char at, so let's just modify that one, char at, and then we're going to do, I'm also going to get the const, the length of the beast's name, so I can work at the end, beast length equals beast length, and then I'm going to do beast dot spit rough already, but -1, which will give us the last index value of the string character, because it's the length of the string -1. So that should give us, I'll just do a test of this, all of them. So go beast length, first letter, last letter. Let's just see what that console logs out. It won't work obviously, but oh, chat out I put by accident. Did that twice. Why did I do that? That's stupid. Yeah, so we've got the 60 the length, the G and the S. That looks right to me. Good. That's all good. Okay, so all we have to do now is like the comparison stuff. So I need to get the const. I need to do the same thing for the dish. Length equals dish dot length, and then const dish 1 equals dish, and just copy this. Basically, I just copy this and change some names around because it's basically the same process. I could probably even make a function for that. Because, well, I don't know, probably not worth it. It's not worth it really. Dish, I'll put 2. Not the most best function. Dish. And then I want to do the comparison, I guess. So I'll do it in a ternary maybe. What should I call the variable? Allowed equals the first letter letter equals dish 1 and last letter equals dish 2 and it's true, else it's false, and then just return that. And I think that might work. Return allowed. I think that might work. Let's just test it. Probably won't. Oh, it worked. Nice. Nice. But there might be some thing I've missed, but yeah, that was pretty easy actually. So just what I've done is got the length of the string. Then the only really tricky bit there would be, unless you haven't done this sort of thing before, which I have a bit, is how do you get the last value, which is just, there's probably another ways of doing it as well, but I just do beast length -1. Actually, I can probably actually that sort of should really be doing it this way, just for make it a bit shorter. Beast length -1, same thing. It's basically doing the same thing, but just because I stored it in that variable, might as well use it. Not beast, dish length. Okay, so I think that'll pass now. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I passed all the tests. Nice. That was really easy, actually. Well, I've been doing. Last time things I've been doing here was a bit of like string comparison, character comparison stuff. So I guess that's why I did that a bit fast. Maybe I'm gonna have to go into harder challenges now because these seem to be a little too easy now. Though sometimes they can be difficult, and it just depends on the test. Let's just submit that. Alright, let's just see what other people did for it. Okay. Ah, yeah. But what? How? Yeah. Okay. So you just slice. Okay, good. Oh yes, I ranked up. Oh, I'm 7 now. Oh nice, that's good. So I ranked up a little bit. That's nice. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people took a very different approach. This is sort of similar to what I did. Yeah, that's basically the same as what I did. That's almost exactly the same as what I did, actually. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly the same, except they didn't store this as a variable, which I did. See the difference there? So, but basically what they did was the same more or less root. Array. Someone using array. Okay, fair enough. I don't understand why you do that, but fair dues. It's clever, I suppose. Yeah. Array from B, so it's creating an array. Shift. Very clever. What the hell? Okay. Oh wow, that's super abstract. I hate reading code like that though, because it's like I'm gonna have to really take effort now to think of what B represents, what D represents. It's not very well. I mean, yeah, cool. It's not one-liner. Very. It's like a typical JavaScript developer thing, isn't it? Like make it squeeze everything on one line. Okay. Anyway, it's interesting. So that's the second one. I'll maybe try and do another third Kata now, but probably leave it at that. So as I've leveled up, I should probably try and do something a little harder. So I've gone to 7 difficulty. What should I do? Last digits for a number. How sexy is a name? That sounds quite funny. Okay, so it just adds up all these. Okay, this one might be. This is definitely different. A bit harder. Okay, so each letter has a numerical value attached to it. Okay, scores. So I can access that. And then will I have to loop through it or something? I'm not sure actually. Like a loop through the length and. I guess, yeah, let's just go on to it, let's just try it. Okay, so and the scores are there. So I'm thinking I need to loop through the scores, and if I find the character in the name, then I have to give the, well, actually, okay, let's just get on with it. Const. So, also I'm going to have to do some sort of, I want to do a switch statement. I always have to look up the syntax on this thing, because I always get it. I'll do it as a switch statement instead of a bunch of, I quite like switch statements for some uses, but I'm going to just go, I'm going to run ahead and call this, how sexy will be the thing I'll input into it, and then we're going to go star equals 60, less than equal to 300, and I'm going to create another case, and then another one, less than equal 5, 9, and more than 600, and then this is just going to return not too sexy. I'll just do this for each one of these, except different. So that's, so I'm getting a bit ahead of myself there, but that's the bit that seems easiest. It's just like you just need to create a switch statement in this case, which accepts an input of the number which will be generated however I'm going to do that, and then just returns the string, the statement, the string statement, the sections level. So that's not too complicated, that's an easier part of this. Okay. Okay. I think that's okay. Okay, so I need to create the how sexy. So const how sexy, and then this is where I need to work out the. I need to do a for loop for this. I need to figure out how. I mean, for loop is just the first thing that comes to my head. So for I equals 0. I'll just do I because everywhere it's the scores dot length. I don't know if I can access. Where can I access scores less than I? And then I need to add that probably to some sort of variable which I'll create up here, I guess. So if I create, because I'm going to have to go just increment the value, do create for loop, And I guess just, I mean, if we could just, it just needs to be a value which I can add the score to, but I just need to figure out how to access the character. Huh. That's going to be interesting. How do I do that actually? So I've got A, and then I've got a numerical value attached to it. Okay. Because I'm going to have to add whatever the value is. So I'm also going to have to get the... Okay, so wait up. Name I, which will give me the index value, and maybe something like dot char at. So I'll do a let equals char name at. So that will get the chat at. I've done that twice now. Oh, fuck off. Char at, and that'll give me the, in the loop, it will give me the current. Actually, well, that's sort of right, but I'm just thinking, do I need to? Yeah, okay, just keep on with this track. So I've got the name of the character at the index position. Next, I want to, and I'm looping through the scores, which I'm not sure if it'll work. I'm just, okay, maybe we can just test that. It's not really a good time to test. I'm not giving that value. Let name char. Let's just see if this does anything. And also, I don't know if it will. That's probably wrong actually, because I'm looping for the. This probably needs to be name length. Okay, and then I need to probably, maybe I need to do. Okay, let's just see what this does. Anyway, it's not going to work obviously, but let's just see what happens. Get something wrong with my. There's just something wrong with how I structured that. Do I need a space or something? No, I don't think it's that. Why doesn't that work? Oh, fucking hell, idiot. I think I need that. I think. See if that works. Comment that out for now. I'll go back to that. So comment that out as well. Just want to see if this for loop does something interesting or anything. Sexy name. I've just commented that out, didn't I? Oh, this is where the fun begins. Well, I just commented that out though. I just commented it out. It's not there, you stupid thing. Come on, seriously. Where is that? It's not there. There is no sexy name there. I just commented it out, the whole thing out. Oh, maybe that. Yeah, maybe it's good for me. Okay, so it's saying it's. Probably that, yeah. Maybe I could. Yeah. Why? Name is there, which has been passed in as a parameter. So why does it have a problem with that? I don't see why that won't work. There's no console out for that. So something's undefined. Okay. That's not pointless. Pointless if I just do let name equal name. Robust should be. Let's just try this. Console log. Just make sure this is being passed through. I don't understand why the parameter isn't being passed as into here. Golf. Okay, so that worked. Bob. You. Okay, so that's working. So why? I must have done something obvious wrong here. I don't understand. So I just delete all this. This is where the fun begins. For I equals 0. Right. Oh, let. Oh god. Oh god. Seriously, I just forgot. Oh, freaking hell. So basically, I just put without. Usually, you do something like. Oh, it's just me being sloppy. So you just do something like let I. Then, yeah, so it was undefined. It's because the index was undefined, for fuck's sake. I think. So I know that's going through, that's fine. It's probably something like I'm writing the. I just copy a for loop, which is. I think I'm just doing something really obvious wrong, like something really stupid. Let's just copy this example from MDN. I'm quite used to writing for loops. I'm not sure why it's not working really, but I don't know. And if this works, I'm like, what? No, it doesn't. What? Oh, shit. Oh, God, really? Oh, yeah, that's why. Because I was checking. Oh, bloody hell. Well, it's improved, but. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that doesn't need to be on. Yeah, I mean, it's me being stupid with my indexing. I was. Oh. Why is it returning like that? So name. Oh no, that probably was right actually. Well, I just did that wrong. Yeah, char right because you want it to be undefined. What am I doing? I'm doing something really obvious wrong here, and it's annoying me. It's just. So name is just a string, right? I guess. So look. I'm presuming it's just a string. I'm sure it is. This is a bit of a harder one. I can't remember there's a typo, I think. Once I nailed this bit, it'll be a lot easier anyway. Yeah, that looks right to me. Oh, maybe I need to also do. Oh! Yeah, I'm getting confused. So basically, so yeah, what it's doing is I mean, you could probably do. Yeah. I don't need to do this. Probably I just need to do. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so some of it's coming through, the rest of it's not. But so we get the first letter. The others aren't going through, but if I could do this, maybe. This should work because it's just reassigned every time. I need to do something else after this, but I just want to see if it works. Yeah, it does. So basically, because the just a lot of annoying bullshit, like me being stupid, but to have created this let variable, then just given it the, which should return, and then I need to probably push that into an array or something just off the top of my head. So then I could do some sort of, I don't know. That's what I think anyway. So let name letters r equals empty array. Okay. And then I want to push this value into there. Name letters r dot push. And I want to push the name character. We should push that to the. So basically, I'm creating an empty array, and then I'm going to push in the character into that array. And at the end of this, I'll just log that just to see if it works. And then I've got something I can compare to. I can at least. Wait, I've done something wrong there, I think. Oh yeah, I just misspelled something, of course. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got, you can see we've got an array with these letters in there for each name, which is good, that's what we want. Good, that's a start. So that only took too long. Whatever, so I'll just delete these console logs for now. So I've got that basic setup. And then I want to do, the basic thing I need to do now is the scoring function, and to add function add values. So basically I need to get the name letters array, I think. Maybe do a for loop, I guess. I'm not sure if it's the best method, but just the thing is I think I need to loop over the length of the name letters array, and then where is each character, which yeah, okay, so when there's for each character, if it's a bit confusing. So the scores I need to get. Let me just see if I can just console log the scores for you. I'm not sure what it's coming from. I just want to check that I can at least get access to that because I need it next. It probably won't work. Oh no, it does work. Good. Right, so it returns that object with all those letters and numbers. Perfect. So that's good. That's good news. I was worried about that. So name letters array I equals scores, and then what it would be dot value. And I'll do another array for the not an array, but I need to add those values into how sexy. I'll add this right at the top. That's how sexy, and it's just gonna be there for when we need it later. So let's just names letters, so then that should give. Let me just console log this as well, just so that test this works before I go any further. So I'm basically getting the letters that I've put into that array, and then just want to log them out here. And then if if the letter in the letters array equals the scores value, then we want to add to how sexy the how sexy plus something, but I'm not sure exactly how to access the second, like the number for the. So I'll just do +1 for now, just to see if it works. Else 0. Scores at 0. Well, not will be. Oh no, that's not scores. It's just put +1 for now. I'll just put increment. I'm just going to test it on that level first. Sexy plus. No, don't need to plus anything. Just need to do sexy. No +0 for now. It's not really what I'll probably do, but. And then, so yeah. Return. So that should return whatever the value of that is. And then if I call this function somewhere, maybe just like add values, and just call it there then for now. And this probably will break, of course, but let's just try it. So it is returning. I think it's just a sec, that's running. Add vowels. Just check it. I also need to get rid of scores because it's distracting me too much. Add vowels G, so it ran once. So it's not running enough, I don't think. Yeah, it's only running the first. Time, which is not what you expect. See what this return value would be giving us. So if I go, well, I could store it in a variable, I suppose. So if I go, yeah, probably better to do that anyway. Let value add equals, and then just return the value add. No, let's do a constant probably just before here. So we'll just set if it returns something value. This is definitely a bit of a harder challenge, to be honest. More involved, but I mean, I possibly am overcomplicating it as well. So it's not a number. Maybe just do that instead. Not a number again. Oh yeah. Let's just increment this value. So decrement it, and I want to set this to 0 first. See if that makes a difference. 0, 0, 0. Okay. So let's do a log. See if I get any return value for this. No, scores. So it's returning undefined, so that will not work. So let's just think now. So what letters? The array. Let's just do constructive. If I just understand what all this stuff's returning, I should be better placed to solve it basically. Ah, shit. No, too long. I'll have a break in a minute. This one's taking a lot longer. So, oh, okay. So that does return. So it returns the first letter in the array, which is good. Let's just make sure I know what I'm scores. I'll just check where everything's coming from because it's a bit confusing now. Name ref. Okay. G. So the name of our ref is right. Scores is undefined. Scores dot value. Just try and I maybe. No, if that'll do anything. I'm probably overcomplicating this a little bit with the comparison, I think. Yeah, so I need to get scores. What am I doing? So I need to match the string basically, which is inside scores, but I need to probably. I just need to match, see if it matches anything in there. So how do I do that? So I'm looping through the names. Just need to turn some of this up so I understand what's going on here. Maybe I need to do a nested for loop or something, I don't know. It doesn't sound very nice, but maybe I could do that. So like, so it runs the loop for the names array. And then it loops through everything and scores, and if it matches the value, that might be what I have to do, I guess. So I'll try it out anyway. I mean, if it fails, it fails. It's probably, I mean, it's always a little bit of a bad idea doing this sort of thing, but we'll see what happens. I'll call it J instead. Scores. Sure, there's a better way to do this, and it's probably won't even work, I don't think. don't know. It's just let's create a separate function. I want to test out something like function scores loop. I'm going to test it out first a little bit. Yeah. Or maybe we could do something like a return loop over this, return scores. So something like a loop where I can return whatever the if it, I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting confused now. I just need to. Let's just run scores loop as a test, and also console log it so I can see it. This is a much harder challenge, to be honest. Obviously, I'm struggling with one of it. J. No, I can't touch it. J. And then I'll just run scores loop after add values or before and just see what it does. I want to see what this returns first. What? It's not giving me anything. It's not even. Scores loop. Nope. Should return a J. Let me do my test, you fucker. Oh, I know why. Yeah. I think. It's getting too complicated now, actually. I'm just complicating it too much. Yeah, I feel like I'm making this a bit of spaghetti now. I'm complicating the problem too much. I could do like this function that would just return the it would help if I could just test the thing, but it's not letting me. It's just complaining about undefined values and blah blah blah. I know it's undefined. I'm not saying it would be. I think it's because I've got the variable up here or something, probably. No. This is a lot harder problem, in truth. I just want to see my console logs, that's all I want to see, dude. I don't care about any of that. That sort of suggests actually that it's not running. Let's just check something. Run. Or fun, whatever, I don't care really. It's just something I want to see that it's running. This is fun. Yes, it is. So this is obviously some reason not running. Just make this I because it's just tradition, isn't it? Just make sure this returns anything for first. I'm feeling the saying so it's running this loop, but it's not returning. It's not. It doesn't seem to be running the loop. Must be doing something obvious wrong. I'll just check if I can get. It might be this returning undefined, because then it would have nothing to loop, which is probably what it's doing, I guess. Alright, it's undefined, yeah. So basically I need to pick scores, I think. I need to refeed this. Score match, and then I take not a for loop. I basically go. So I want to feed it the character char name char, and then I'm going to loop through everything. I think maybe I'm relying on loop still, but I want to take the index, the name chart index, I'm going to take that name chart, which will be an index value. I'll get scores dot, then I want to find, oh no, not name chart, just actually name character. So I want to match it, so I need to match the character to the string, so I need to match that. So I think I probably will need to do a for loop again, so go for here, and then go through the whole thing. I don't know if this is probably a very inefficient way of doing it, but just off the top of my head, I mean, for loops aren't that bad actually. I don't think in terms of being inefficient, they're pretty standard programming things. So where name char equals score equals score scores I, and then let's just do a console log to see if that returns anything. Just trying to let return val. Let's call it something like that for now. Return val equals, and assign it. So create a I should probably create that outside of the for loop, I think. And then we want to do return val, console log, and return the return val. I'm sure I'm doing plenty of things wrong there, but let's just see what happens if I do that. Scores loop is not defined. Oh yeah, because I changed the name here. Score match. Score match. I want to run that in add values, I think. And instead of that, I want to score match, and then and I'll feed it that, which is the value, or yeah, it should be, I think, I'm not sure, but see. Value add is not defined. Oh, because it's not defined in there, so just get that return for now. I think it's having trouble with the const scores scoreboard equals scores, because I don't think it's accessing it for some reason. It's just fucking annoying. sake, why? There should be, yeah, so that worked. So that is being picked up. So why doesn't it loop? So why is the loop not working then, in that case? Okay, let's just try, I'm sure it's something to do with this, for some reason, not looping. But the rest of it's alright. Undefined? Why is it undefined? How? Why? Let's just make a const variable up here for it. Because it's just useful for that anyway. Don't stack access it anyway. Columns, if we need to access it again. Score. Length equals this and length. Then should just be a case of copying this. Oh, crikey, this is a bit of a turned into a bit of a mission more than I thought. Test. What? Again, it's not doing anything. Why? Why? Is it something to do with being objects? It's undefined, yeah. So. It's an object, isn't it? So. I'm really complicating this now. Probably way overcomplicating it. Array from. Possibly overcomplicating this way too much now. Definitely am. I'm really bored of it now. So that should create an array. Just do a constant level. Let's see. Produced. This solution is way over. It's going to be way too complicated for yeah, it's not very good. It's not my best, really. Empty array, okay. It's empty. Yeah, I'm going about this the wrong way. I think I need to stop thinking in arrays and start thinking in objects, because scoreboard is constant log. Let's get the scoreboard. I think it's just so it's I don't think there's any point converting to array. That's just stupid. I just need to. I'm confused because maybe I should convert it to an array. So it's just easier to handle. Like if I convert the. Oh. So I'm actually on a new machine now. Revisiting this house 6 years ago name. So I was getting a bit stuck on it before. So just going into it fresh again. So where was I? I got the, let's just test so we can see where I'm at. So returning undefined is, I need to figure out what that is. So return value is returning undefined. So it'll be something here. Return value name char equals scoreboard. And first I need to figure out if scoreboard itself returns something. I think so. It's an object, isn't it? So maybe I need to convert it to an array. But I'm not sure if this is correct, really. Let me just check how to convert object to array. I can't remember off the top of my head. GS. There's a few ways of doing it, I think. You need to do object something entries here. Probably a bit long-winded, but just try it. I was just getting a bit stuck up on this whole thing, really. Object. Entries. Oh, you just picked up food? Just test that. Log this. I want to log in because I'm putting it in. I think I've sort of got the basic picture in my head, but I just need to figure out the methods to do it. Okay, it's not liking that still. Oh, scores. It needs to be scores, not score. I keep on getting confused with that. I think the opt scores, yeah, scores. Doesn't like it. Oh, really? I just forgot the keys. Okay, cannot not iterable. That's it again. Some Stack Overflow. Let's just copy this. Being a bit lazy now, to be honest. But it's all good. There we go. There we go. Good. So that it's a bit of progress anyway, I suppose. What does it say? Every time it says 26 though. Why does it say 26? Oh, the length, yes, it should turn the length. Okay. I don't need to log that anymore, I know that's returning something. So that's false. Yeah? Yeah, come in. Yeah. So that's just checking basically. Okay, blah blah. Name jar. Name char is going to be name char. So I need to figure out which specific. Okay, go do this instead. Okay, so still false. Let me just check it's returning something. Test again. Yep, so that's returning correctly, which is good. Let's check scoreboard. That's sort of logging back what I expect, which is the letters in the array. Okay. Okay, so I need to do. Yeah, it's doing okay. So I need to do A, which is not right. It's just like looping for the first. I'm sure I should loop for all of them. Maybe it's just creaking. This is sort of very prototype. I just want to see what this does. Ah, schoolboy missing a bracket. Okay. Go. Try this. Schools.
Got a lighter? Oh, I left this.
Yeah, you left this here.
I'll take that. How's your screen? Cool.
Yeah, it's very good. I like it. It's very clear and nice. For sure.
Very good.
If I do a like variable, school char x equal, and then reassign it every time. I guess that might work better. Let's see what this does, because that might be what's causing it not to loop through the. And then. So I'm just sort of prototyping this on the fly again. G index A, it's just returning A all the time. Why is that? Ah, okay, right. Maybe I need to do this the other way around. No, it's still returning A each time. Just. I'm being dumb. I feel like I'm being dumb here. So I've got the array of scores, which is good. Well, I just need to. So this is index value 0. Let's just check this. What happens if I do this? It should just change. I'll probably change to C now. I just want to see what happens. Yeah, of course it does. So, I guess I need to. We're already looping through this. The increment, that should be I, that's correct. I'll just get rid of that for a second. Surely it should just loop through, yeah, it should loop, loop through everything because it's still showing. Let's just try get rid of all this stuff. Just because it might be getting paused somewhere, I guess, in the loop for some reason. Yeah, okay, good, it was. That's what was causing that issue. So it does loop through that. Good, right, that's good to know. So basically what's happened there, something here is wrong. So it wasn't doing the entire running the entire loop, which is confusing me a bit, in all honesty. It's probably more efficient ways than looping for the entire thing, but let's see. So I think what I need to do is, and let's just check if I can do index, and so that will return the index, and then I'll need 1. Scores index score something. I want to just check if that actually returns a number. Yes, it does. Good. That is basically a big win. So if I go now, if I go let score char index score, something a bit convoluted, but and then I'll set it initially to this. So it's going through the array, finding the incremental number in the loop, and then go to the position 1, which is the number. Basically, will be all that I know in every case. So what I need to do is I need to compare this. So I've got this. So return value needs to be something different. So it needs to be score value array equals this. Return val. Where's return val? Yeah, I've got that return val there. Possibly needs to be in the loop, I'm not sure. I don't know, actually. Return val equals name char and the index value of that equals this, which is stored as a variable here. Store char index. And then if return val, return val, and then a conditional, and if return val is equals true, basically, which it will do if it equals that, then what the how sexy here, plus score char index, else is just the same. It doesn't change. So 0. I think something like that. And I want to let's console. Just want a console log the result. So that's 2. So I just understand what's given me, I guess. Okay, so test that. Oops, I've done something wrong. Ah, indeed, I've missed a bracket. So I'll put a bracket. No, that's fine. If you say so. Delete all this stuff because I don't need it anymore. Delete this. Wait, oh, that's wrong. It's actually, yeah, not that. Because you've got that already referenced there. So that's incorrect. I think my variable name is probably a bit. It's sort of okay, but it's a bit convoluted along. Oh. Yeah, that's probably just that in the wrong place. Okay. Yeah, that's probably because it's returning and not logging before. And what do we get? Apparently nothing. Every time, which is not correct. B should be 14, so let me just check that. Let me check to see it running. Return file. Test. No, it says 100. Where's that coming from, actually? Oh, that's the... Yeah, okay. Well, the same thing again, so there's something not right there. Scores index 800. Yeah. But it's just staying at 800, it's not looping anymore. Which is strange. Unless... No, it needs to be in the loop. Because if I do this again, I bet you... So there's something wrong with how... Because if I do this again, I think it will still run through the loop and do what... Yeah, it does what I expect it to do. So there's something wrong here. Name char. Name char is the... Ah, God, shit. There should be, yeah, it's when array was, it wasn't my array I was referencing, it was the value there, which is, yeah, that's why it's not working. It should probably work now, I'll do something more like working. Maybe it's because of that. Well, I've got to get my head around this. It's still doing the A thing again. Why? What is that behaviour about? Because if I get rid of this, it actually does work. Well, console logs what I'd expect anyway. So that's weird. I'm sure I'm missing something obvious here. Let me just find name, letters, just do a letters R I. Probably see what that returns. Call it names char R X value. This is basically the hardest part of this entire thing, really. Because once I've got this returning properly, then I can just tip to the switch and it'll work. G U V. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is wrong. I need to do something different array method, like something like find the index. Yeah, this is not. Yeah, of course, because it's doing the. Yeah, that's completely wrong. I need to basically do it so. Yeah, there are methods for this. I'm just going to look into JavaScript array methods. Methods find. I think it's find or something like that. Yeah, if I could just do that, it'd be a lot easier and just a lot less code. So I need to do something like that. So I might not even need the for link now. Let me just see. For if we go something like What do I need now? I need to find name letters array. I need to find an element that matches this value. And I wonder if this will work. I'm quite curious. I'm not sure. I'm not really that familiar with find into the array method. That doesn't make any sense. Just maybe like that would probably make sense. The log first. Just want to match if it finds in the array. That array is something in that array. And then it should return something like match. Object array is not a function. Okay. Maybe I'm just writing it incorrectly. Okay, try this. This is I'm a bit out of my depth for this sort of stuff sometimes. Name equals, and then it's going to be the value, which is that. And let's just see what that does. Match is undefined. Yeah, because some of them will be undefined, of course, because they won't be undefined things. So I don't know if that's very good practice actually. Match undefined. So what ones should be matching here actually? I guess I could do a return of null or something, which is not good though, I don't think. So it's G. F, G. Yeah, it's not defined, so it's not working actually. I can't just do. But this is staring me in the face. I just need to do like. Surely I just need to do. I need to just do compare the two. I think I'm going to go around in a circle now. Because equals and this, and then that should return true or false for a few times. False, false, false. Well, that's G. Should return true. Still returns false. Maybe if I do this again, I think I'm going off on a tangent here again. This might work, I don't know. False again, yeah, so it's not returning correctly. Let's try this, which would just be the G. Where is it? Still false, so it's not working. I don't know. I'm just doing being stupid again, so get away from that. I just need to find if. Oh no, I'm doing something wrong, yeah, that's obvious. So I probably need to name characters array. I just want to. So I'm looping through all the values in the scoreboard, which is fine. Then I'm getting the value from just from the object, which is both D and 20 or whatever. Then I'm just getting the score. Let me just do another variable here. Score char, just the pure char is what I'm after now. So if I can get that, I'm probably doing something a bit wrong there actually. So I just want the character. At the minute it's getting both, which is 0. I think I've already done this, but I don't know. Let's have a look. And if I go match question mark equals, and its names this one R. Yeah. Now that might work, but I have no idea really. Shot in the dark again really, to be honest. Test. False, 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 false. It should be to G, it should be true, but it's not. What does actually return even? So where was I? This I want to check. Okay, it's saying it's undefined. So that would obviously return false. I feel like I was so close, but I don't know. Log score char the character the char. Okay, test again. Just want to see if the char comes through. B, yeah, it does. So the score char is correct, and I'm sure I've just done something really obviously wrong. Console.log score char. Maybe I was trying to put equals name letters R I, something like this. And that's wrong, so we get that right. It's not picking it up, so it's just a white. Oh, hopefully we'll get a true returned for G. No, why? Names char, okay, that's returning undefined, so that's not right, yeah, because it's the first. I'm just going back around in circles. This is a really stupid way to do this. I need to give off the list now, because okay, maybe something more like name letters find and score char, and then I can probably reduce this by a lot actually. It's complaining about the function again. I don't know, just see if an arrow function makes it work. G. Find val. I feel like I'm doing this way too complicated. I just need to simplify it now, really. Yeah, so just always just G every single time for some reason. score chart. There, yeah, that's correct. That's the value I want to compare. Remember this because it's confusing me now. And score char index score, which is the value which we're going to add. So score char index, yeah. Oh, possibly I need to also do this. So for score char, yeah, otherwise I'll just do the same thing again and again. Equals this. I don't know, this let, I'm probably not really using it in a very good way, it's just overwriting or something maybe to get out of the for loop. So it just initializes with those values. Oh no, just set it to nothing initially. And then we can overwrite them. I think I was being a bit blonde there really. Sorry, no, that's terrible blonde. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just try and see what happens now. That'll change things a bit. No, it doesn't. The alright, okay. Find val G. Okay. Find its value in an array. That's not what I do there. Includes might be a good one. I've used that a little bit in the past. Let's try that. Includes. So instead of so let's do match test. Match test. And it's score. Maybe I'm doing it the wrong way around actually. Score. What's the one? A scoreboard, but not as an array. You want it just as a fuck. Scoreboard. You want to do it as an array every time. It's pointless. Includes. Maybe not actually. It's just this. That's a variable as well, obviously. Probably way over relying on just call it char for now. We'll have tidied up all the names afterwards. And then reassign the value there in the loop. And then char. I think it's whatever. See what happens. Oh yes, it'll log, so it's another. I should return true for when it is there. False first. False the first few ones until G, where it should be true. That's false again. There's actually, yes. I think the for loops. This is just I'm starting to realise this is just a bit of a stupid way to approach the problem. What I probably need to do is I'm probably way overcomplicating it now. I think. So basically I need to oh shit, but how do I do that? Like I need to basically there's probably something like scoreboard includes name chart. What am I calling this? Actually, add values. Score match. Where's score match? Okay. Oh right. Right. Okay. Right. Shit. I forgot that. I forgot I was feeding it in as a parameter when I actually call the function. So I don't actually need to do that at all. Fuck. Idiot. Includes name char. And that. Oh god. Such a. I've been interrupted a few times while I've been doing this. I just completely forgot that I was feeding it a parameter of name character. So all of that was probably pointless. Oh well, it's better to learn now. False, 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 false. Oh yeah, no, but now I remember why I was doing it. So this probably shouldn't be new. This should probably be score. You want to loop through all the scoreboards. So instead of I was doing that, probably the wrong way around. Get rid of that. Because I need to feed it in this many times and just see what it returns. And I think, yeah, that's probably something closer to the truth. We're getting false still, but it's actually looping through the values, which is good. The way you'd want it to do it. So it's not returning the, oh, and also I need to do name letters are. It should be, and let's just console with that as well before I do anything else. I probably need to feed a parameter of the scoreboard too, but I can do that, I think. Let's just log that that's actually going in. So G, which rest of them are undefined. Okay. Oh yeah, let me just add value. So it's looping through the entire scoreboard at this point. Then it's checking score match, which feeds it a name letters. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot why I was doing that. Yeah, so that makes sense because you want it just to be the length of this. Yeah, no, that's correct. Actually, that wasn't the right path. I'm just getting mixed up now because there's so many different loops and things going on. It's probably getting a bit really convoluted. So let's just check that again. Scoreboard. And then you probably like, yeah, I'm probably going to have to return back to this again. So basically, running through here, give it the parameter of the character that I'm giving it. Then so yeah, give it the parameter, which I've done. Okay. I guess I need to do something like a nested for loop. Or maybe I should just do that. So like, I don't know, maybe something like, I'm not really very familiar with nested for loops, so this might go very badly wrong, unfortunately. But I wanted to try it out because if I can just reduce this down to one function, that's better anyway. Scoreboard. But it's probably a very, very, very bad way to do this. That's probably going to be my mantra for this one. And then I'll go, instead of calling that function, I'll do, so it's running through all the letters, I'll make this just something different, just to avoid confusion. G, just J, it's like the classic secondary loop one. Okay. Just so I can, it's a bit clearer. Then I want to give it to running through everything. And then I go, I'm going to do let score board val. And I'm going to equal that to, I'm just going to leave it there for now. Then I'll just reuse this stuff I got figured out before, so the actual child of that. So scoreboard. Scoreboard val. What else is there? I think it's character. So scoreboard character, and then a scoreboard score is somewhere else as well. Score index. I just put an index for some reason. Scoreboard index score. And then I go. Oh, I have some finding that. Okay, so. And then that's 1. Yeah. And that's there. Which gives me those values. And then if I get this and compare it to, and I'm probably going to end up making the same mistake I made before, I'm sure, but let's just see what happens. J, and I'll just log that for now. I mean, hopefully it doesn't just completely do out. False, false. Ah, it worked. Nice, yep, true. That actually worked. So basically now I need to go, that worked. So basically I need to create a nested for loop, and I was a bit scared of doing it, but I've done it now. So this needs to go. That's good, that's good news actually. So basically now, after all that was all I had to do. So I need to, wherever there is, oh I shouldn't do that. So so I just do if la 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 la, and I'll do return the schoolhouse sexy plus the index score. I'll just do a constant log for to check, and then once out of that loop, I'll do a constant loop log for the house sexy, just after it's completed, just to check, and then I should be able to feed it to the switch statement I did earlier, and then it should work basically. I think. Maybe I'll fail some tests though, that's anything with these ones. Wait, I've done something wrong. It's never okay, never. Try and do it here. I'll just do it over and over again, but okay. 0, 0, 0, 0. That's not good. That's not what I wanted to see. I don't need to return anything there, so just leave it at that. Do a console one, just to check it. I don't need to return anything actually. I forgot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it gives me the final score there, that's good. That's pretty much what I expected. Get rid of that. That should just reassign that to that, and then I'll just go, just finally do the switch. And work on all where it's the function. I need to redo it. Left this up. Shut up. I'd probably use it. I'll have to write this in the function. Actually, yeah. Function return result. And then I'll just call return result straight after that. And I'll move this up as well because it's a bit confusing probably. Yeah, move that there. I need to shift this. And I'll move this up here. And I'll call it directly after add values. And then maybe that'll work. Well, hopefully. Okay. I've got return result, yeah. It returns undefined. So I'm not feeding it correctly. Oh, probably need to do like that. Yeah, it's undefined, but where? Where is it? Undefined. Possibly here, but I'm not sure. Ah! I need to return it in a certain way, I don't know. Okay. Let's just check when the switch statement runs. What it's actually getting there. Should have that. Yeah. What the fuck's it not working then? Maybe this is wrong. I don't know. I just did that when I was messing around earlier. It's probably wrong. So what's wrong with that? I don't get it. That's how you'd write it, isn't it? Sure. That's a bit confusing. So I'm getting the values, which I'd expect, but it's returning undefined. Why? That's probably wrong, but just no, because it should be returning. So if I do const final result equals return result, and then just go return final result. I don't know. It's undefined still. Why? Almost there, I think. How is that undefined? I think it's just how I'm returning the result now. So oh, for fuck's sake. So then that should just be the case of const Yeah, because it's returning the indexes. Why is it undefined? So let's try and do a console log to determine it is returning undefined, so there's something wrong there. It's got to be, I'm assuming it's got to be something with how to do the switch. I don't know. It's returning undefined. Why? Let me just check. Default, maybe because I've not added a default. Let me just check switch statements. Well, maybe we'll just do an if else statement. If else is a lot more simpler. So I'm just going to do an if else statement now because I know that how that works. It's a lot easier. And I'll just do it else if, blah blah blah. Which doesn't look as nice, but whatever. And just carry on from there. Return. Not too sexy. Less than 60. This is just a lot simpler. Pretty sexy. Pretty sexy. 300. I think I've spent about an hour on this one, honestly. Probably more. All in all, it's quite a difficult problem. It's harder than the easier ones. It should take about 10 minutes. 600. Try it again. Now it might actually work. Now I've done some token. Oh, okay. Oh, I've done that twice. That would screw things up. Yeah, now it works. Thank God. So I passed the test, good. And then I'll attempt it and then probably fail because there'll be some random edge case I didn't consider. But let's just try this. Okay. Yeah, I thought I'd fail something. Random test, random characters. So I've passed most of them but failed one. That's really annoying. Very sexy. So what have I missed? I'll leave it that anyway. I think I more or less made that one. It's just there is a test I'm failing, but I don't think I'm going to stay here for like another 20 minutes just trying to figure out. Probably a casing issue, I think. Ah, maybe. I thought it was maybe a strict quality thing, but it would appear not. Space. Maybe it's to do with space. Let me just try again. Yeah, it's to do with space. If and does not equal I don't know, some stupid bullshit like that maybe. Attempt it again. That's so annoying. Wait. Why is there a random? What's the random thing in this? So it's the case. It's not casing. It shouldn't be that. I think it's the space. think it's the space. Ignore characters. I'm just gonna have to look this up. Ignore white space. Right. Ah, yeah, I can just do trim or something, can't I? So I think trim JavaScript. I think I'm gonna just trim the If I can do a trim on it, that might work, but I'm not sure I'd have to do it. Probably because that's on a string. Remove white space from array JavaScript. Ugh. No, I just try copying this because I don't want to get this fucking thing working. So this is just a reusable function that I can use to remove the white space, and then I can call that when namespaces array. It's just here. We'll just call it. I think I can do this. That might be a bit weird. Let's see a bit above. I'm interested to see how people solve this because I'm sure there's many better ways of doing this. Okay, so it's past the test. What? Testing for J. Let's put this just a constant log. I think I'll just call it so you know. Admit defeat for a while. Attempt. Yeah. So it did yes to you. Wait. Yeah, so it did remove the white space, which is good. So why does it fail? Something to do with how I'm adding the values, I guess now. So what's y? Like 210, yeah. So why would that fail? Unless it's not somehow not. Wow. You know what? I've had enough for tonight. I'll leave it for now, I think. Yeah. So I made some progress on that, but just failed because that's very. Unless let me just double check my conditional checks for the if statements. That would be an obvious thing to do wrong, but I mean, I passed still the other test, so I don't know. It's weird. But I must be doing something wrong there. Anyway, we can leave it at that. Been a while nerd. If you watched all that, then great. I think I might do more of these, just where I mean, obviously they're quite interesting on some level because you're just seeing someone problem solving on the spot. But I know they're long and it's sort of boring in a way, but sorry. I mean, if you're interested in watching it, you'll watch it, won't you? So that's that. I'll probably come back to this and try and solve this last little edge case thing that's annoying, but yeah. so I actually figured out what was that last little niggling thing at the end. So it's uppercase letters. So the test was testing for, because I'm testing for, when I do this bit, I'm testing for strict equality between the letters. Before it didn't have the two lowercase, so when there was an uppercase letter passed through, basically it would fail. So it would never add the score, which would then lead to an incorrect result. So all I had to do is literally add the two lowercase, because these are string value, the characters, a single character. So I need to do two lowercase. So I've had a look at some of the other solutions now. My solution is basically a bit convoluted compared to some, though some have also gone. So I'll go to the top ones first and just have a look. My solution is basically a bit convoluted compared to some. So this is very nice and succinct. Obviously, much more pretty in a way than my solution. This is the top rated one, I think, by Victor Lev 1. So it gets name to uppercase, then splits, and then does a reduce arrow function sum scores. I'm not exactly sure how this works actually, but it's quite a clever solution, I think. And it's very short. There's one actually which is a one-liner, which is pretty cool. So this one does, I think, the opposite to what I would have done, a spread operator. Not this one, but yeah, it does to uppercase. So that one does it with an uppercase. Comparison instead, I just did lowercase just because that's what I thought would be best at the time. This is quite an interesting one. So they've sort of gone the way I went with the score, with the letter variable that's something we can reassign later on. And they've done a for loop, but it seems like they've done the for loop obviously in a much cleverer way, because they're not actually created a separate variable for scores, which may have made my code a bit more obtuse and a lot longer, I guess. So they've done a for loop. I'm not sure why this works, but it must do. So letter to uppercase equals the key. So that, yeah, let key, and so that's the top level of the loop. So key there. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I mean, I can sort of understand, but it does. One thing I noticed that a few people did, which is quite unusual, because that's my solution I just did. So you can see it's a lot longer than the other ones, but this one is quite unusual. So they added const scores, and then I don't know if they just, well, that's passed in as part of the test, so I don't understand why a few people did this. And then they've created an array. They did a similar thing like I did the what did I do? I did object entries as well, I think, didn't I? Where am I? Yeah, so I did object entries too, so they did that same thing. And then a map. So yeah, I probably should have used map actually, probably somewhere, but you know. Reduce, I'm not really, I've used reduce before, but I'm never really that comfortable with it, so I probably need to revise that a bit actually. And then you see some ternary operators here, which is good in a way, but not as readable maybe as if else for people who aren't familiar with it, but it's just makes it more. So where's the one-liner I saw actually? There's someone who did someone did a one-liner. I was like, I've done the one at the top I was thinking of. This is somewhat similar to my solution basically. Yeah, this is basically quite similar. Again, they've done this. They've done a for loop. But it's different because it's not a for loop with a nested for loop actually. Again, for loops with nested for loop actually. So that's actually a similar principle, just do it in a different way and less convoluted. And they used the switch, which I was working with before, which I was trying to get to work before. Probably I didn't get it to work because I didn't do the default return. That's probably literally why I wasn't working, I think, so. Well. And yeah, I think I'm done with it now, obviously. But this is a bit weird, actually. If and then all it's actually quite clever, that. So it's doing a for loop, but it should really, I guess, refer to the source, which is the score, I guess. But I mean, technically, it's all right, isn't it? It's just going through the whole alphabet. And then that's sort of a trickstery way to do it, I guess, in a way. This solution, and then the lower and uppercase thing just caught me out like big time because I just forgot, and then I just came back to the thing after having a fag and a cigarette. Fag is the cigarette in English, and British English anyway, and I just realised there's the upper lowercase thing. Anyway, everyone's sort of accounted for that with uppercase. I probably should have just converted one to uppercase because the original scores is uppercase, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Just the first thing that came to my head, and that's quite cool. That's pretty short. It's like what, 4 lines, 3 lines really inside the function. Spread operator again. So that's quite a clever one. Let's see if there's anyone that was like, okay. So I think I've got the longest answer actually. So definitely not the most elegant solution, I don't think. Whatever. It's all about trying these things out and learning. This is quite long, so that's probably quite similar length to my own. Wow. Holy shit. Wow, okay. That is... Whoa. Jesus Christ. Why would anyone do that? Sorry, that sounds really bitchy, but oh my god. Someone's literally done if-else statements for every single letter of the alphabet. That's definitely too convoluted and definitely just... I mean, obviously that is one way you can do it, but that's just so bad. But I don't know. I feel like I'm throwing shade on someone that doesn't deserve it, but you definitely shouldn't do that. Absolutely not. So that sort of makes you feel better that my solution wasn't like, oh god, someone did a switch statement with every letter of the alphabet as well. Okay, I wouldn't think anyone would ever do that. So there's a letter for a case for every letter of the alphabet with the value. That is, I mean, if you want to do that, but it's not very good. What if, I don't know, if you make one typo, or it's extremely long as well, like to read all that. I'm surprised there's someone to do that actually, but I just did try it. I mean, myself, though obviously like my solution wasn't the most elegant, but I would not do anything like it. Do a load of if-else or switch statements for representing the score. That's just bizarre. I think I've gone over that enough. So I'll just end the video here, I think. Have a good one.